Hello and welcome everybody, this is Yost Leibach. We're just in time for a new Let's Play. What are we Let's Playing? None other than Transformers Fall of Cybertron, the sequel to Transformers War for Cybertron. It's, in my opinion, better than the first one, and there are many different reasons why. First of all, one thing I do want to go over that kind of bugs me about it, though, I'll make sure to go over the good stuff too. In order for me to start a new campaign, a new story mode, I have to start from the beginning of the campaign. Right here, I can't just start a new game, and I keep all my upgrades I got throughout the game. For example, just like right up there. There you see we have blueprints and audio logs. You can find those throughout the levels. Yellow highlight audio logs are the ones that we found. Blueprints. Yeah, blue highlights are the ones we found. So yeah, I'm only missing one of each in this level. Missing a ton in that level, and a ton more in that level. Another thing that is kind of a little let down, but at the same time, a bigger advantage is that each chapter focuses on one Transformer, and one Autobot or Decepticon. So you can't choose your Autobot or Decepticon, but that's actually a good thing because it gives you more specialized abilities between them. For example, right here, see in Chapter 2, Optimus Prime has a special ability, Airstrike. And let's see if I can find, there we go, grappling hooks for Swindle right here in Chapter 7. So yeah, we'll get into those later. We're going to dive into before we dive into Chapter 1, let's go ahead and, I'll go and discuss the difficulty here. Typically when you start the game, this will pop up and ask you what difficulty you want. You have easy, medium, or easy, normal, and hard. An interesting thing to note about the symbol here, this is an original insignia for the Autobot Lightning Strike Task Force, which I believe is new to this game. Well, sort of. The characters aren't, but the task force itself is, and it kind of helps explain a few things that we'll get down to more down the line because of spoilers. So, with all that said, anything else I want to say here? I won't be going over the multiplayer, so that's typical. Right here we have extras which will show us the movies. Which I think all this shows in the campaign anyway, so yeah, and I kind of just spoiled some things there, didn't I? I think it all shows up anyway, then the name shows up anyway, so even if you look, yeah, I'm just spoiling anything anyone else would. It's all the chapter names anyway, so it's kind of, right here, these are audio logs unlocked. Those are obviously ones we haven't unlocked. I'll try to find as many of them through the game as I can, but I'm gonna hopefully not go out of my way to find them. I don't think they're all that hard to find. The ones I found were pretty easy, but then again, I didn't find like half of them. I only found one of them in the second chapter, so yeah. Though in my defense, that was the very first one I found, and they don't tell you there are audio logs or blueprints, so yeah. Obviously, also the order that you find them corresponds to the order of levels. So, yeah. We won't be going over that though that much in this chapter because we're going through Chapter 1, which doesn't have anything. Chapter 1 is basically just a tutorial. It's also the smallest, the shortest campaign. So we'll go ahead and go into Chapter 1, the Exodus. So yeah. This game does one thing in the Transformers lore that really does irk me, and they took away Bumblebee's voice, which is something that seems to be a popular thing to do after the abomination of the live-action films. Which, yeah, I really don't. That's like a big thing I don't like. But anyway,
war is lost. Leaving our home is the hardest decision I've ever had to make. It has been a long, painful war with the Decepticons. Whatever lies beyond that portal is our best and last hope, my friend.
We're approaching the portal. That indicates it's growing more unstable.
At this rate, it may close before we even get there.
Megatron. Direct all fire on those tow cables. All hands to combat.
Bumblebee, you with us?
Well,
Optimus.
right away, we're starting off.
He's
in
been
action
through
pack.
worse. Voice chip is still crushed. Nothing new there. Base energon levels are almost normal.
Ugh.
Overshields are charging up. I need to test your retinal scanners. Follow the light. That's it.
Okay, so we use the mouse to
On
move,
target.
and we just kind of follow this light, and
How are your
you know,
optics?
left moves left, right moves right, up moves down, down, up moves up, down moves down. Sorry, got the controls flipped there for a second. And if you want to, you can invert them. I don't want to invert them. I don't know why you would want to.
Don't fire! I'm a
I guess
medic.
you're used to playing a
Slap on the
flight control.
Take them out, Bumblebee.
Yeah.
My optics.
Apparently the Decepticons will fire on a medic. Though in all fairness, I'm not sure how being a medic
Grab this
for
ammo.
the
More
opposite
Decepticons
side
are
of
trying
your
to call.
the opposition
Don't
would
forget to reload.
protect you. So R reloads, left click fires, right click zooms in. You gotta hold
Decepticons are
that.
boarding a ship!
Defend the bridge!
And there's one thing, now that we have access to the gun, to our very first gun in the game, I gotta say about this gun in particular, this is the neutron assault rifle. So in the last game, you know what that looks like, right? If you don't go play it and or better yet, watch my Let's Play of it. And then you can just skip to that part of it. Skip to that part of it. So these are quite a bit. That gun I really like the design of. It looks kind of like a rifle. This one,
That's showing them!
Megatron.
I'm not a big fan of because of the dual barrel look, and it just kind of looks like it was just cobbled together, which may actually be the point.
Unauthorized access.
Your precious Ark will never reach that portal, Optimus.
Shield failure on starboard thruster.
I love how the
Tear
hologram
your ship
echoes.
apart, piece by piece.
Christian, I love how it echoes menacingly.
Decepticons are swarming the engine deck!
I'm on my way. Bumblebee, stay and cover the bridge.
Okay, so we gotta cover the bridge. Nice. And here's one thing that really irks me a little bit about this. Why are there guards in the ship? Like, why do they have just ears?
No! The entire defense network.
I think it irks me. It's
Without
more,
the pulse
it's more
guns,
the,
Optimus won't stand a
yeah.
chance. You'll have to reboot the system.
Doesn't irk me,
manually.
it's just kind
Take
of
this fuse from
weird
teletrack.
thing.
It should reactivate the service link.
Yeah, we need to reactivate the service vent.
This way, Bumblebee! We'll take point!
Now one thing I want to mention real quick, since we're on like the design stuff, as you may know, they redesigned the Transformers slightly in this game, kind of have them change a little. They do that with pretty much anything. They did that with the Michael Bay sequel. They do that with pretty much every season of Transformers I've seen recently. At least Transformers Prime they did that with the Beast Hunters arc. Like everyone got like a slight redesign or just recolor in the case of Smokescreen. And yeah,
Hurry!
I think Bumblebee might have too. He got some paint job. But in this one, like you may notice one thing that's pretty interesting.
The service lift is
You
just
notice how you
ahead.
see the red Autobot symbol in Bumblebee's back. Like you see the little silver part on the back into the red symbol. If you look down below that, right on his back, like right on the middle of his back, you see what looks like an Autobot symbol as well. It's kind of cool that it's built into his body though. Now this isn't as noticeable with Bumblebee as it is with another Autobot we'll be playing as later on, Cliffjumper, who shares the same body as Bumblebee except a slightly different face and is red. So obviously it's easier to see because he's red and Autobot symbol is red, so you're used to seeing that as being red.
At 64%.
But it's still pretty cool.
Fuse and the lift should reactivate.
So yeah, real quick, spacebar jump, shift, dash, and you can dash in the air, and if you hold down shift, you can actually run. But it's only in a straight line. Turning is a bit slower than what you would normally expect. I gotta readjust the controls myself too, so. It's been a while. Okay, so right here we can press either interact with stuff. Obviously you need to be in the right spot, otherwise it won't detect it. It's really weird the games do that. Let some games do that.
It's too close quarters to fire your weapon.
No, it's not weird the
Punch
games
through
do
the
that.
safety locks.
It's not weird that the games do that. It's weird when the game has you up this close and doesn't work, but then you pull back this, like a step back and it suddenly works. Yeah, context, man. We need some more context. So right here, with middle mouse button to melee attack, which in this case we're only going to be punching,
Nice
but
one, Bumblebee.
if we do it during any other situation, we'll be using our weapons. We've got an enemy. That is a very special enemy we'll be running into later on in the game, and I really don't like them. They're Soundwave, and I think that was Rover right in front of them too. That's cool.
Hurry, Optimus is losing ground.
Those of you who don't know, Soundwave originally transforms into a tape cassette, at least in the original G1 series, which is the very first Transformers series. In this one, he transforms into a band.
Those flames will blow your paint if you don't haul asses. Sprint through.
Actually, I have the toy somewhere around here. Transforms like a van truck thing. Actually, that's pretty cool. His chest plate, which is like what would be the signature tape deck thing, actually becomes the windshield. So Steve changed. Yeah, you're not gonna be doing that much. I remember Instruments making a big deal about that. It's like, yeah, you never use it. I never used it in Instruments except for this for fun. So I never used it. I think I intentionally made the Infamous guy cold.
Put him down! Put him down!
There you can kind of see, there we go. Get a better view of our weapon. We get like a blade. Every character gets like a blade, a mace, or a
defense mainframe is just through that door.
an axe. I think Optimus Prime gets an axe.
Easy now.
So it looks more like a
Pulse
sword.
rifle could melt that whole panel. Think you can rush him from there?
So we got a strip sprint, and then we get one of many quick time event segments, which are they're kind of fun. They're kind of fun with how they do them. They kind of do them. They're short, easy. They're short, quick. They don't feel intrusive. They feel like they're natural. That's kind of how I think a quick time event should be. Like if you're gonna put one in, at least make it feel natural. At least make it feel right. It's like instead of like, press X to not die, or press X to get out of the way, you press space to jump, you middle click to attack, or whatever. So yeah. Right here we press F to change form, transform into vehicle form. Now there are 3, 4, 5, I think, different forms of this. Yeah, correct. Okay, now, this is something I want to say about that. They say you're happy with the controls. Now, let me go ahead and show you how you change the controls from here. That's it. You go in here, you cannot change these. Well, actually, you can change them through this way. So, it changes that way, but it's really weird. Southpaw for people who are left-handed, or actually left-handed to the degree to where you can't play games normally. I'm left-handed, I can play games normally. Like I don't know. I've heard stories of people who are left-handed who can't play games like Diablo, for example, because they're right-handed, because it's a really much right-handed control. Was it? I'm in a different game. Anyway, here's the controller layout. Whoops. Oh, okay, controller error. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much. That's why I'm really weird out about the main change. I guess they didn't change the control style. If there's not Devastator. Devastator is the Decepticon. That's the Combaticon version of Devastator. Right off when. Okay. First of all, let me go and explain the vehicles here. There are 5 different types of vehicles. You got flying, or 2 different types of vehicles. Then you have different variants of them. You got like ground vehicle, which is what we're at right now, kind of in a car. Standard form, you use W, S, A, and D to move around, kind of hover around. Right click lets you drive more like an actual car. What the hell? Hold up. There we go, okay. And left and right on the mouse, moves left and right. So, kind of more left mouse, button and attack. So this is pretty universal for most everything. Then you have Q3 special, which is in this case Nitro. Trucks, for example, like Optimus Prime would have a different form. Tanks would have a different ability.
Check your fire!
And I'm trying to think if there's any others. I think that might be it for ground vehicles. Then you have aerial vehicles, which are helicopters and jets, which are pretty much the same controls, except they have a fly up, fly down, and their controls more. Their control feels more like Star Fox, which was built for the computer. Like you're using the mouse to look around and aim, and it feels wonderful. We'll get into that when we get into that.
Over here, Bumblebee.
There's also one more transformation we'll get into, but we'll get into that straight along.
Now you're ready to blast some
so fairly down the line.
Cybertron.
So yeah.
Through here, Bumblebee. You want to be tip of the spear? We're right behind you.
Right here, this thing we're seeing. Okay. The one thing about the weapons here. In the last game, you know how you could only equip 2 weapons. But you could equip 2 of any weapon. 2 of any weapon, as long as they weren't the same weapon. So you have a neutron assault rifle, photon burst rifle, or an assault rifle, rocket launcher, or a rocket launcher, and trying to think of another heavy weapon, heavy artillery weapon. I think rocket launcher might have been the only heavy artillery weapon there. Oh! Scrap Maker. The XT Scrap Maker, which is basically a minigun. So in this one, you have 2 weapons, but you have a standard weapon and a heavy weapon. So you can only equip a standard and heavy weapon. You can't equip 2 standard and 2 heavy. This is actually kind of good because one of the things they added to the game was generic ammo. You have heavy ammo and standard ammo, which is universal for standard weapons and heavy weapons. Right here we have the thermal rocket launch, which is much more powerful than the original form. Actually runs in on everything except the vehicle. There you see the triangle forms around the enemy, you can fire and it fires out 3 rockets. So yeah, with Decepticons it has like significantly less ammo than what it used to. Like I said, here's some standard ammo. You pick that for this one on neutron assault rifle. Or, if we happen to find it, I think it's right. They make a distinct enough where you can tell the difference. I think it's in the next room actually, like right in there. There you go. Yeah, I'm talking a little bit of frame rate to keep here. There you go. Grab heavy ammo, pick up the refill, weapon reserve. So this is the heavy ammo reserve, so that's one of those will usually refill all of your ammo for your gun. Same with one that's for the standard ammo.
Holy scrap! Did you see that?
Whoa.
The whole engine deck is coming apart! Keep pushing!
It's all fan blade.
Bumblebee, I'll clear your wedge.
Yeah, one thing I should probably mention, I tried to mention this earlier when we had the chance. You notice how our health is a little different from the last game. Last game our health is segmented into 4 sections. If we lost one, we can't get back to the energon key, but we recover the current one that we have. They changed that in this one, and I really don't like that, because I really like the other one better. But this one, they give you a shield which recharges over time. That takes damage first, and you have health that doesn't recharge. You use these energon cubes to recover them. Yeah, I think I'm caught up on that. So I think I'm caught up on everything right now. I really think, looking at this guy, I really wish it was made a toy of this guy, of the tank guy.
The time is now.
That would have been a great idea for marketing with this. Like they make some generic Autobots and Decepticons that are based on the game, like based on the character trait. And they have like interchangeable parts. Like you have like characters of the Scout class, for example, you can interchange parts, or since they're all using the same model that the the character that you'd
I
be playing
can't
as
see
a game.
anything, but my
You
scanners
could
say
interchange
Optimus should be
like
right on
arms
top of
and
me.
legs and stuff. Well, that would be cool. Whoa! Well, the instrument on top of us is right in front of us. How did we miss that? So yeah, if you haven't been able to figure out right now, we're in the climactic
Even if you
final
destroy
battle.
me, Megatron, others will rise to defeat your tyranny.
Then I'll just have to destroy you all.
Oh! Oh no!
Bumblebee.
Bumblebee died! Or... No? It looks like he just raised his armor. Like, it looks fine. Maybe we should get Ratchet to come in and tell us. I mean, he's the medic after all. So yeah, that was one hell of an opening, wasn't it?
Cybertron, the homeworld we Autobots have strived to protect from the Decepticons, can no longer sustain us. Eons of civil war have caused the greatest of casualties. Our planet's very core has shut down, halting its production of life-giving energon. Most of us have abandoned our home in hopes of finding a new life among the stars. I am Optimus Prime, leader of the Autobots. We do not know how many of our brothers escaped Megatron's blockade. I can only be certain of this. Just one transport remains.
6th Earth Day before
Optimus
launch.
Prime. The last of the energon reserves have been transferred to the Ark. Engines are online. All systems go.
One thing I'm gonna say real quick, and I know I'm gonna be talking over this. I'm gonna try not to talk over the cutscenes too much after this, but I really like how they do the cutscenes in this game. Like how they did the opening scene with this.
Optimus. My team will have all systems
I also like.
off and archived.
I'm not particularly going to show it here because I'm recording, but what we'll do is just seamlessly transition to gameplay. It may not do that with this. I don't know.
That was great.
I tested this before with the recording software, and it didn't seem to do it. We had like a bit of a loading screen. Oh, right there. Yeah. I'm not sure if this loading screen is supposed to be here, or if I'm just remembering wrong, and I don't remember the loading screen. But I don't remember the loading screen from most of the other places. This might be the one area that does have a loading screen.
To help coordinate defenses.
We're on our way, Ratchet.
But yeah. But instead of doing that, I think I'm gonna go ahead and real quick. I think I'm gonna go in the settings. Oops, wrong thing. I want to go in display. Safe frame? Oh, okay. That's screen adjusting. So right there, actually I could do that. I kind of want to do that now. I didn't know that was there. We'll keep it there to keep it simple for me. So we can't... Huh. Okay, so we can't adjust the... Okay, well, whatever. I'll deal with it. It shouldn't be that bad. I was going to adjust the graphics a little bit because it seemed like the frame rate was dropping on the cutscene. But anyway, what I probably should do right now, yeah. So I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode off here for now. So the next episode will start with Chapter 2 and play as Optimus Prime. But until then, I'll see you guys later.